Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is my first video in YouTube and I am making this video in order to share with you guys some of the tips and the steps that I've depended on during my English learning journey. So I am making this video so that I can help you learn the English language fast. I'm gonna share with you some tips to actually improve your English speaking skills and communicating skills. First thing I'm gonna start with is not learning alphabets or numbers, like teaching alphabets or numbers or days or whatever, all of that, because I'm pretty much sure that you guys know this basic stuff. But if you want me to help you learn more about this stuff, I can actually make another video and make it all about teaching alphabets, numbers, and days names. Also month names, whatever. Today we're gonna actually start by sharing with you guys the first steps that I've depended on to learn English. I'm not gonna lie, the first thing that I've depended on was actually focusing on my reading skills. Now, this is a very important step. I know a lot of people don't like to read, neither do I, but I actually had to read so that you can actually enrich your vocabulary. You can make your vocabulary rich, and then every time you see a new word, you go and check it up, look for the meaning of it, write it down, and try to remember it. Keep it in your mind so that in order you use it another time in the conversations that you're gonna have with people. That was the first thing I've depended on. Well, if you guys need any kind of help when it comes to reading books, I'm gonna share with you. I've read a lot from this National Geography books. It's called Time Zones. And it was really interesting because it had a lot of interesting topics. You can also read novels and stories. Like, I've read this novel, it was like called The General in His Labyrinth. Well, you don't have to read it all, but reading one page from time to time, or like just trying to learn more about the language, trying to read and write down new words that you've learned while you're reading, and write down their synonyms and definitions and all of that, so that in order you can enrich your vocabulary and use them in your other conversations again. You can also depend on this small dictionaries that has translations from Arabic to English. But I also would advise you guys to get a dictionary that is from Harvard, for example, that would have explanations or definitions from English to English. Because translating from Arabic to English sometimes can actually cause you to make a lot of mistakes while you're having conversations with people. Well, that was the first tip. Second tip is listening to music. I remember that I've listened to a lot of music when I wanted to learn English, and they were all English songs that I was trying to remember the lyrics, read the lyrics, sing with the songs, so that if you are a person who has ADHD, for example, you cannot just constantly keep reading, then I understand. You can literally just listen to a song and try to read the lyrics of the song and sing it so that you will be having fun, and in the same time you're learning a language and you're learning new words and you're trying to practice your pronunciation on them. That is my second tip. So I said first tip reading, second tip is listening to music if you are having problems with reading. Well, the third tip is gonna be speaking. So you've learned the alphabets, you've learned the numbers, you are reading, you know grammatical rules and all of that. You try to make sure that you don't make a lot of grammatical mistakes and all of that. But while doing all of that, you gotta speak to people, you gotta make conversations so that you can actually evaluate how good are you in like actually practicing the stuff that you've learned from all of the English skills that you've been trying to learn before. So there are too many platforms where you can actually communicate with people. I remember I found so many of them on Play Store and also Apple Store. But if you want my opinion on the platforms that I've used, I can tell you that the best one I've used was literally just Cake and Duolingo. That was more for like practicing. But if you want to make conversations with people all over the world, for example, you can use Clubhouse, you can use Lingby, you can use, like, there are groups in Telegram that you can also use. There are applications that, like Talkie, there are applications and also websites on Google, like Convos. I've shared with you guys like a little small collaboration between me and Josh about his application that's called Convo. So I hope you guys would look it up. It is a good application too. There are groups in Discord also about practicing your English with people all over the world and all of that. So yeah, from what I've said now, reading, listening to music, speaking, and we gonna also add another stuff, which is I'm gonna leave it. The rest is try to correct your grammatical mistakes. Try to talk grammatically correct. And I'm gonna direct this advice. I'm gonna make it direct more to the people who are trying to learn English for academical reasons or to find a job. So if you're trying to learn the language in order for you to find a job or like to do better at school, you need to work on your grammatical mistakes. You need to learn more about grammar. So when I say grammar, I say all the tenses. Just try to read more about all the tenses in grammar, like present tense, future tense, past continuous, present continuous, future simple, future perfect, and also conditioners, conditioner type 1, type 2, type 3, type 0, all of that. Try to work on it, guys, in order so that you can make your English better. I mean, of course there's more into it, but I'm just trying to summarize. After doing all of that, you gotta also work on the last skill, which is writing. So when you learn all of this, you make your vocabulary rich by reading, and you listen to music, you speak to people, you learn your grammatical rules, then you need to applicate all of that in writing. You gotta start writing letters, writing stories, talking about your vacations, your life. I don't know. Just make a diary and start writing in it all of your experiences in life or whatever. Well, I guess that's gonna be the end of this video, and I hope you guys liked it and that you had some tips from it, whatever. I try to share with you all the stuff that I've actually depended on to learn the language, and I'm gonna make another episode. I would be happy if you guys left me some comments on like the topics that you want me to talk about next time. See you later. Bye.